Hello, all the lovely people out there. I hope you all are fine and welcome to your own channel on student life. So I hope you're already enjoying my student accommodation guide playlist on my channel, and this video is part of that, where I will be talking specifically about how you should be choosing an accommodation in UK. Here I will be considering very important four aspects. Number one being the privacy of the accommodation, secondly the security, number third the affordability, and number fourth the facilities with that accommodation. So let's straight away dive into the video. So in this video I will be covering three very important accommodations which all the students, anyone who is coming in the UK, tend to choose. Number one being the houses and flats, number secondly for the students who are planning to stay in university accommodation, and lastly all the private student accommodations. So for number one, for the houses and the flats, in terms of their privacy, as you all know, there are 2 to 3 people staying in the same house, so privacy is very little out there. Now in terms of privacy, what I'm saying is that, so now let's say if you've got like full plan to study and you've got a test the next day, and there is someone of your friend or your neighbor who is staying with you out there in the same accommodation, and he has got plans of party on the same night. So you can't really say them like, you should not do that, because everyone has got their own rights out there, but you can still like politely request them. However, that factor of privacy is still reduced down and it's very little out there. Number secondly, I will be talking about security. As you know, in the UK, for the house and flats, there is very little possibility you can find the CCTV cameras out there. There was during my all this research, I was looking for one of the news where it talked in 2018 that in terms of security, the accommodations in terms of houses and flats are really lacking out in UK. Number thirdly, in terms of affordability, yes, the houses and the flats are the most affordable one in terms of all the 3 types of accommodation which I will be discussing. Because for example, if you're staying like 2 people in the same house, you can really divide up that £400 rent or £600 rent into 2 people, which will just tend down to £300 if the rent is £600 already. So in terms of facilities, so facilities would be like, for some of the accommodations are fully furnished. I think you should be going for that one, because the furnished one are really good. You will be getting your own oven, microwave in terms of kitchen facilities. In terms of bed as well, you can get your own study table. So I would say that look for such accommodations which has got already fully furnished stuff out there. And secondly, look for some accommodations which has already got inbuilt toilet in the same room, because that will give you your privacy as well, and in terms of facilities it will be an extra perk out there as well. Now secondly, I will be letting you know about the hall of residences or the university accommodations. So let me say that there are some of the university accommodations which has got already inbuilt reception, and you need to go through the reception towards the university halls. So in terms of that, the security will be really good out there. But however, there are some universities where the accommodations are really very much separate as compared to the university campus itself. So in that case, the security could be a bit of lacking, but however, I'm pretty much sure that there will be full CCTV cameras on the full location of the accommodation, so you can be very much, in terms of security, you can be very much be assured that the student accommodations of the universities will be really good. In terms of the privacy, so privacy stuff is going to be the same only in the case if you're staying alone in the same house or alone in the same studio, or you've already booked a studio for yourself. So in terms of that, the privacy can be depending on accommodation to accommodation. Now number thirdly, in terms of affordability, university accommodations are a bit expensive out there. So for the university accommodation, the rent starts from £400 to £600 out there, so it's a bit expensive as compared to houses, and I will rate as number second in terms of affordability. So lastly, in terms of facilities are all out there, but it won't be inbuilt. For example, you will be getting a gym out there, but the gym will be the university gym, so you need to get out of your accommodation and then go there, as compared to some of the private accommodations which have already got inbuilt gyms out there. Second, in terms of other facilities, in terms of toilets, in terms of cleaning facilities, there are regular people out there. In terms of laundry as well, there is a fixed building where you can do your laundry as well. So in terms of facilities, it will be really good. And some of the universities has got an inbuilt pubs as well and restaurant as well, which is really good social hangout place as well. So in terms of facilities, I would really suggest you to go for a university accommodation, as it will be really good in socializing yourself as well with your friends when you're in first year. So number thirdly, I will be letting you know about the private accommodations. In terms of security, they are 20 hours secure, because on the reception there is always a person out there to check out the accommodation. In terms of privacy, it will be still the same as long as you don't have got a one bedroom apartment for yourself or you've got a studio out for yourself. In terms of the facilities, oh my god, the facilities will be really good in private accommodation. As I've already stated, in my accommodation there was inbuilt gym, inbuilt cinema, inbuilt outdoor facilities, like in terms of sports as well. For example, there will be a basketball court, volleyball court as well. And secondly, there are a lot many indoor games as well. So there will be like a billiard table, pool table out there, then there will be chess games, and everything out will be there. So it's a really good in terms of the facilities as well, the private accommodations. So it will be really good in terms of facilities to opt for a private accommodation. In terms of affordability, private accommodations are really expensive. So as you can see, in terms of security and the facilities, they are number one. So definitely prices are going to be high. So if you're looking something which is quite affordable, secure, and bit off with all the facilities, then I would really suggest you go for the university halls instead of a private accommodation. All in all, I hope this video has given you insights at how you should be deciding towards choosing an accommodation for yourself. It has really given you a quick decision power which you can now take. I hope you enjoyed the video, so make sure to subscribe my channel for regular updates and make sure to like this video, and thank you very much.